Good morning. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm really hopeful that you can all see me this week because we've done a bunch of playing around and trying to get this working properly again. So we're on a different browser, a bunch of updates. It was a Chrome issue last week, so I was feeling a little bit better about myself after that because I was feeling like it was me. The technical part of my brain sometimes has a hard time wrapping itself around some of these things. So it was not me, thank God, because I felt it was starting to feel really, really bad. But it looks like we figured it out. So hi, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Tanya, Chris, Tam. Hey, Jamie, Lindsay. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Carla. Hey, Toby. Hey, Karen. Good morning, Amber. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, everybody. I don't know where you guys are, but it's really rainy here. This weekend has been really, really rainy. I mean, it's really good, but it's been really, really rainy. So I thought I would wear like one of my favorite floral shirts. I think I might do a little bit of gardening today. And when I say gardening, I don't mean like I'm really good at gardening. I mean like more like taking some weeds out of some places that there should actually be flowers. So that's what I mean by gardening. I'd love to be a gardener, but that skipped a generation. It went from my mom to my daughter. I didn't get that. So anyway, I hope you guys are all ready. You've got your paper ready. I've got the layout here that I did. I've got another one that I'm going to do with you today. We're going back to the single. We are going to do another double though, real quick. So I know that was such an, it was kind of a bit of a tough time for lots of you with your mind, the whole mirrored image and all of the things. I'm really sorry. I mean, it was what it was, but tons of entries. You guys still did it, so yay you. We are going to do double again now that we've got all this figured out, and it should be a lot easier next time. So I've got a single today. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things first. Lots of you noticed, because I've gotten lots of your orders in, but lots of you noticed that I completely redid the adhesive section on my website. So I ordered a bunch of my favorite websites. Again, I've always said this, long ago when I had the storefront, the whole thing, I don't sell things I don't use. So it's the same still. Obviously, I do a very select few products on my website, but with my adhesives, if I don't use it, I won't sell it. So I wanted to just go through really quickly because I have a coupon code for you guys. So I've got a sale code for you, but I wanted to just go through a couple of the ones that I've added to my website. So this one I've had for a while. This is an American Crafts runner. And it's got little strips, and then this is the refill. Okay, so those are on the website. I've restocked those. This, everybody's favorite glue. So the Tombow, I only brought in, they came out a couple years ago. They came out with an XL version. So this is the bigger one. I'm only carrying the bigger one right now. I don't know, I may bring the smaller one in. This is just a better value. So you're getting twice the amount of glue for a little less than twice the amount in cost. So that is on the website. That's super popular. I do have the another glue order coming in with some different glue that I really love as well. So that should be in next week, and I will add that and I'll put it on social media. My two favorite 3D foams, these are the only ones I'm carrying. I've got the squares and the circles. These are a little bit thicker than some of the packs that you guys like. I like these ones, so it's just what I stocked, but those are restocked on the website. This is a great adhesive, this Tombow. My sleeves, look at my sleeves and my bows. I'm like pulling my paper all over the place. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Jen and Emma. Oh, yes, Emma is here. She actually slept in and just got out of bed, so you might not see her today, but she's here. So this Tombow, this extreme adhesive, this is a really great runner as well. So I have that and the refills for that. This one is super fun. So lots of you really like these big runners. So 3L scrapbook adhesives has always been one of my favorites. I've carried it right since 2006 when I first opened my first location. So I've got these on the website, and then I've also got the refills. So those are there. And then these two are probably my go-tos. So strips. This one's been around for years and years and years. You can like personalize the top of it there. So I only brought them in the value packs. I didn't bring them in singles. This is the best way to buy them. They're a value pack for a reason. It's best bang for your buck. So I've got this one, comes with the original and 2 refills, and the same with this one. They're both strips, they're both fantastic, and they're all on the website. And what I also have for you is a coupon code. So if you go onto the website to make an adhesive order or any order, you will get $5 off your adhesive order of $20 or more. So the code is adhesive5, and I will put it on the social media today as well. So it's a minimum $20 adhesive purchase, which isn't hard if you're just buying a couple of adhesives, especially with these value packs. So that is there, and that I'm running until the end of May. So you've got till May 31st, and you just enter that in when you're checking out. And don't worry if you forget, it will automatically apply to your adhesive order if you've ordered $20 or more in adhesives. Okay, so that's new, that's there for you. And then the other thing I was going to tell you, I'm using, so to this collection was something that I had from a couple of years ago, but I really, really like it for some of Emma's riding photos. So this one is not current, I'm sorry, but what I'm using today is, so I'm doing Disney today with you, and I just went through a bunch of my stock over the past couple of days. I found a bunch more kits, and I've got a few things that I've put together for kits for you that are coming out this weekend. But the Disney kit, I do have 6 left in stock. They're on the website and they are on sale. So if you have some Disney pictures sitting around, or you want to prepare for a Disney trip, if you're going to get to travel again sometime, maybe 2020, probably 2021. But anyway, there's 6 kits left, and I won't be reordering any of that again. So it'll be a new Disney collection, probably a year down the road, for Disney. So they're on sale, they're on the website. And remember, all of the kits are always priced 10 to 20% off the retail value when I originally post them. And then this one's on sale as well. So you're getting a really great savings on that. So if you're wanting to get those, go and grab those. Hi, good morning, everyone. Hey, Shar, Linda, Elaine. Good morning, Elaine. Hey, Marilyn, Melanie, Coralie, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Yes, fave glue ever. Yes, I know. It's such a great glue. So lots of great adhesives for you. Good morning, Scott. Hey, Kate. Hey, Kim. Okay, let's get started. Everybody's got their papers and everything ready. Trina, I got a message from Trina yesterday. Trina, who does all of my graphics stuff for me. Trina was ready yesterday morning, and she messaged me wondering where I was and why I wasn't live. So that was really funny. But I know she's back here again today. I haven't seen her. She's not commenting, but I know she's here because she messaged me and said she had all her things ready to go. So I'm going to start again, like always. You've got the sketch that I gave you, the supplies required. I'm going to go through super quick and just give those go-getters that want to just jump ahead. I'm going to give you guys the measurements. You can make notes about the measurements, and then I'll go back, and then I'm going to do this with you. So you notice I've got my one of my mats. I talked about this before. These this one is super old. This is Making Memories, which those of you that know that company, that was a long, long time ago. I mean, gosh, they stopped producing product when I still had the store in the little house in Parksville on Corfield Street. So I've had this for a really long time. I put it out here because I've been getting lots of questions asking my sanding technique. So I'm going to sand along with you today. I know I've always said you don't need to be sitting around while I do that, but I'm a quick sander. So I'm going to do that while we do it together. Okay, so sketch that was posted. We asked for a pattern paper base, 2 pattern papers, a cardstock for photo mats, 3 2x12 strips minimum, and then the photos are 2 3x4s and 3 2x2s. Okay, so my pattern paper base is this really bright kind of orangey red and pink, and that one is, I didn't do anything to it other than sand it. Okay, so that's my base. The first cut you're going to make is this yellow strip on the side. It's 3.5 by 12, and it's a 1/2 inch in from the right. Okay, 3.5 by 12, 1/2 inch in from the right. The next pattern is this navy floral. It's 5 vertical by 9.5 horizontal. I border punched the left edge, sorry. and it's 1 1/4 inch up from the bottom, and it's right at the edge of the yellow. You can't see the edge of my yellow because I have a strip there that we've put down, okay, but that's where it is. So 1 1/2 up from the, or sorry, 1 1/4 up from the top, right at the edge of the yellow. That's your blue, okay? The next one, you've got a couple of pattern papers or washi tape here. This gold piece is washi. This one is a pattern paper strip. So I just did a piece of washi. Mine's 1/4 inch. Yours can be whatever it is, or it can be a pattern paper. And that one is by 9 1/2. Okay, so we're only going to the edge of the yellow. You can see that there's no paper coming through on this side. So you're just going through to the edge of the yellow. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm with Emma, not right here. I'm trying to watch both, but that's good because she's not going to be here forever. As much as I would love to be those families where you just all live together, I don't think that's going to happen. She is going to go back to Calgary at some point here soon. But anyway, so I'm trying to do both. Good morning. Good morning, Trina. There she is. Okay, so that piece of paper, pattern paper or washi strip is right at the bottom. I did slightly overlap that navy floral, and it's all the way out to the edge of the yellow. This is a 1 by 10 1/4 inch strip, this arrow looking one here, right up underneath. Basically, whatever widths you're using, you just want to make sure you've got about 1/4 inch of your base showing at the bottom, okay? And then the next piece you're going to do is this border here. So mine looks like it's 2 pieces. It's not. It's just a pre-printed strip. So that 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch, whatever you want. I did border punch the left edge, and then I raised the whole thing. So it's basically just covering all the ends of my patterns down in this corner here, okay? And then the photos are matted cardstock, 1/4 inch larger than the size of your photos, whatever you're using. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 or 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I did raise the the 3 by 4 photos. I just spaced them how I wanted them, raised them up. These guys are all evenly spaced, but they're flat. A little bit of embellishment in this corner. And then I typed my journaling. I'm gonna hold this a little closer for you guys. So I typed my journaling. Yes, again, I was talking about how I love my typewriter. So I didn't do it on the computer, I did it on the typewriter. And I used a piece of pattern paper from this collection that was more, it's just like tone on tone pink. It had a little bit of light words in it, but it wasn't gonna distract from my journaling. So I typed it out. When I'm typing, whether you're using your computer or your typewriter, I do one line and then I do a double space. So it just gives me that option for doing the cutting. Like I didn't want it just one chunk of pattern paper. So I cut each strip out and made them different lengths. So that's something you can think about when you're doing that kind of journaling. But I do always leave that extra space inside, and it just gives you the ability to get the spacing correct when you start to cut it. So then I just cut them all out in strips and put that on there. Okay, it's just kind of a fun, different way to get your journaling done. Okay? Okay, so that's it, just like that. So those of you that want to get going, you guys just get going, and then I'm going to start back at the beginning again. Okay? I'm just going to move this stuff over here so that I can get out my sanding block for you girls. So just really quickly, those of you that know how to sand, just ignore this part. Those of you that wanted a little bit of a tutorial, I'm going to just super quickly go over what I do. So obviously, we've talked about it before. Lots of ladies had really great ideas of inexpensive cutting boards, like kitchen cutting boards, like dollar store. So you don't have to have like these mats. I love them. I've collected, I think I've got 4 or 5 of them. The big sewing ones, those really work well, the ones that you're cutting all your material on. There's smaller ones. I've got lots of different sizes. But this is my favorite, and it just kind of always sits in this area. And it's, like I said, it stood the test of time. I think I've had it now like 15 years. So anyway, I go right to the edge because I don't want to go onto my glass of my island. So I've got it set right at the edge of my island. My sanding block coordinations, I've had this for years. I don't sell them. I mean, I guess I could bring something in, but I like this one just because it's got Velcro replaceable pieces on it. It's like a big foam block. But I know lots of you use like emery boards, like for nail filing. So you can use those. Whatever you use, just keep it on a bit of an angle. So I don't go straight on. I don't go straight up and down. I do a bit of an angle. I hold it right to the edge, and I literally am just pulling the edge of my paper off. Because it's white core, right? and then it's just pulled that bit of color off. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. So I just quickly go around my base. So again, we've got our 12 by 12 pattern paper base. You could use a cardstock for your base if you wanted to, that's no problem. But I find that it's really fun to use some of your patterns in ways that maybe you wouldn't have thought of before. So I know lots of you look at these with all this pattern and it gives your chest gets a little bit tight, but that's why you should do it, so that it's better for you moving forward. So I've gone all 4, and then what I do is I just take it and I literally just run so that I get like those jagged edges off. It's literally as quick as that. That's it, okay? So super simple. Nothing crazy, not rocket science, but that's how I do it, and it works really well for me. Again, using these grid mats, depending on your personality type, of course, we all know mine's fairly type A. I like that I've got the grid to work on because I'm so linear in my scrapbooking. I like to be able to see that I've got everything where I want it. Okay, so the first piece that you're going to cut is going to be the yellow one on this layout. Mine's going to be this blue floral, okay, and it's 3.5 by 12, so 3.5 vertical, or sorry, horizontal by 12. And I'm going to sand the edges of mine, and I'm going to go ahead and you're going to adhere it just a 1/2 inch in from the right edge of your base. Okay, so 3.5 by 12, 1/2 inch in from the right edge of your base. Sorry, I'm just going to pull this back over here so that I can say hey. I don't just want to miss anybody. Heather, you just got your Jennifer Edwardson Creative Ink order delivered today. Happy Sunday to me. Yay! That's an amazing day. Heather, you had a great order. Your box is full of all kinds of fun things. Okay? Well, that's awesome. Open that up and get scrapbooking. I mean, you're always going to be covered, like you can see. I'm like covered in white dust, but whatever. It's up to you. Some people like to ink, some people don't. You could border punch this if you wanted. I didn't. So 3.5 by 12. We went a 1/2 inch in from the right. The other thing that's really nice about these grid mats too is it's really easy to see your measurements. So I know that I've got it exactly where I want it. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's your first one. Your next one is going to be this one right here, which is this blue floral. And you know what? I didn't border punch it. Excuse me for 2 seconds. I am going to border punch it. So this one here is 5 vertical by 9.5 horizontal. So 5 by 9.5. And I'm going to border punch this left edge. Okay. Everybody does their border punching differently. Lots of ladies always impress me in classes, and they're holding everything up and they're doing it above everything. I don't know. I need my table below me to do it. But just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just same thing. I'm just going to sand. And then we'll go ahead and we'll adhere this one 1.25 inches up from the bottom, 1.25 up from the bottom. And then right up against the edge of your yellow though, okay? So you make sure you want to line everything up to there because we still want to see that little bit of your base. It's probably really annoying. It's probably really loud to hear the sounding. Sorry, girls. I won't do that every week, but just wanted to give those of you that had that couple of questions easier if I just show you. Okay, so some adhesive on that. We're going to go 1.25 up from the bottom, just at the right edge of the yellow, or where you're seeing my pink and red. I'm actually going to go. I know my border is a little bit wider, so I'm actually going to move that up just a little bit. Okay, see, just like that. Okay. Moving along. How's everybody's long weekend going? Are you guys, did anybody go away? I know obviously we're still not supposed to, but I do know lots of people had plans to go camping and visit family and things like that. I don't know, again, depending on where you guys are, everybody's restrictions are so different about what you can do. We aren't supposed to be going anywhere here, so we're not, but anyway. Okay, next one you're gonna start putting down, girls, is, sorry, I was just standing as I was waiting, as I was talking. Once you've got this one stuck down, so we're at 3.5 by 12, just in from the right, 1/4 inch in from the right, 1/2 inch, 3/4, whatever works best for you. This one is 5 vertical by 9.5, all the way out to the edge, and that's 1 1/4, 1.5 up from the bottom. Then we're gonna go and stick these ones down, so these borders. So if you've got washi tape or border strip, whatever you wanna use, I'm using both. So I've got a piece of washi tape, this gold washi tape, I've already pre-cut it. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one down. You guys are gonna watch me struggle with the backing. This is like my favorite gold washi tape, and I can never get the backing off of it. I have like 5 rolls of it, and the backing is so terrible. I'm probably gonna have to get my tweezers out. Nope, got it. Anyway, so the first one I'm going to put down is right here, this gold one. So that I had said 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever your width is, by 9.5. And you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're just going to the edge of the yellow, okay? I'm going to slightly overlap the bottom of that polka dot piece. I know I have enough room because I'm using 3 by 4 photos, and I know that the width of that is 5. So I know I have enough space for that. Okay, so that one's just gonna go ahead and go down there, just like that. And then my next piece that I've got is this stripe one here. And this one, same thing, whatever your width of the pattern papers that you're using, okay? Mine is just a 1/2 inch, and this one's gonna be by 10 1/4, okay? By 10 1/4. I'm going to bring this one. You know what? I'm going to sand this one. So hang tough. Get your piece cut. So 1/2 or 1/4, 3/4 inch, 1 inch even. This one's even wider. This one's even more like 1 inch by 10.5. However you want to do that. Good morning. I'm going to ask. Replying to Elaine, replying to Trina. Okay, thank you for helping each other out on those measurements. What size is the one I'm doing now? Jamie, which one? I've got my strips, so I've got 1 inch, and I've got a 1/2 inch by 9.5 or 10 1/4. Hey, Kathy, good morning. It's okay. You're working on the yard, Coralie, and in the garden all weekend. That's great. I think a lot of people are doing that, for sure. So go ahead, sand your piece if you like. Don't if you don't. Trim out the end if you want. This one was, I did it in like an arrow on this end. This one I snipped in. So you can do whatever you want with those. And as I'm sanding this one and looking at my base, I think I'm actually going to put this one kind of overlapping the seams. Again, like as you're scrapbooking, it doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to just overlap this one here. I'm going to have it come out just a little bit over top of my goldy one. And I'm going to stick it down right here. I know that my ends right here, this is going to be covered, but I think I like it up there a little bit better. So again, your layouts, do whatever you want with them. Okay, this one's going to look just a little bit different than this one, and that's okay. They're not even going to be in the same album. So this one will be in our Disney family album. Actually, this one, I may put in Alex's album because this is actually pictures of Alex and I when him and I went just for one day last week. So I might just do that. We'll see. Okay, so this is where we should be at. Okay, so 12 by 12 base, a 3.5 by 12 down the side here, a 5 by 9.5, a border punch this edge, and everything is just out to the edge of this floral piece. And then you've got a couple of strips at the bottom. Washi or pattern, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or an inch, whatever works well. Again, pre-printed strips, washi tape, whatever you like, okay? And we're just gonna slightly overlap the bottom of this piece here and then just come down. I changed mine up as I was putting them down. I decided that I liked that stripe a little bit better overlapping the gold washi tape, and that is okay. Okay, so whatever you like, just get a little something at the bottom of that big piece of paper there. Okay, now we're gonna move on. So the next piece that you're gonna put down is this raised strip right here. Okay, so I have pre-cut that. Mine, this one is a little bit wider. On this page, this was already pre-printed. It was out of one of the strip pieces, like the 12 by 12 street sheets that come with a bunch of pre-printed strips. And I just really liked this one. So this is a 1/2 inch by 12. This one's an 1 inch by 12. I wanted this one a little bit wider in this pattern. Okay, so whatever works for you. I did border punch the inside edge of both of them. Okay, so your left edge, if you want to do that. And I also raised this. Okay, so this piece is raised. So 1/2, 3/4, 1 inch, whatever you like, whatever pattern paper you're working with, and then raise it up. I'm going to do a little more sanding on this one. I just want to get a little bit more off on the part that I border punched. Okay. And Jamie, yeah, I think I got you on those measurements. You got it, good. Funny story, Lindsay. I did not cut a square out of any paper, but I did have to split my base into 2 and glue another piece. So that's hilarious. I like that. That's okay. You can get creative like that. Cut up your pattern papers. You're probably never even going to see it. How big is the gold one? Jamie, my gold strip on this, on the one that I'm doing with you, this one is 1 inch by 10 1/4. But again, whatever you're working with. Good morning, Christine. Whatever you're working with. So this is a 1 inch. This one is a 1 inch. But if you've got things that are pre-printed that you want to use, go ahead and use those, whatever the width is. You can play around with it. Obviously, you can play around with it because I changed this actually as we were doing this together, right? I actually had thought I was going to put this one underneath, and then I didn't really like it. So go ahead and just change it up, whatever you like. Okay. Jody, staying home for the long weekend, your seniors line dance group, they held a class in the parking lot for the closed senior center. Oh, that's amazing, Jody. Had your own special parking spot for social distancing. Great to see everyone after 2 months of staying home. Cars beeped their horns driving by. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. There's some really neat things going on. I just find it so interesting how we've all, like everyone just, you have to pivot, right? You have to figure out what works best and try something new. And I think that's amazing. There's so many amazing things that you can do, and volunteering and donating. And I mean, the amount of women that are making masks, if I actually could sew anything other than paper and regularly thread the needle on my sewing machine, I would have done that too, but no. Instead, I'm supporting a lot of local makers by buying all our masks. So I've bought some great masks from some great companies. And I got some solid ones for the boys, for Scott and Alex, and then I got some really fun printed ones for Emma and I. But yeah, whatever you guys can do, there's definitely lots going on. Ladies, once you have this strip that's going down the right side here, once you have that ready, I raised mine up. I wanted it raised. You can, you don't have to, it's up to you. So I went ahead and just put my 3D foam on the back of that. And then this, again, the right edge is going to go out to the right edge of the yellow that you're looking at on this layout. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of really, really cool things going on for sure. I love how involved everyone's getting. I've been seeing all these ninja things where people are giving people, well, there's been kids ones for kids things, but there's been a Hawaiian ninja one that was started in our area, and I think you can see it everywhere. I think Calgary's got one. Lots of people, and everyone's just dropping wine on people's doorsteps and little gifts and stuff. It's kind of fun. So lots of fun things. Sherry says, what are the measurements if I'm making mine a 6 by 6? Sherry, you can figure out your 6 by 6 measurements. Your 2 by 2s will still work. You can maybe do 2 by 3s, 1.5 by 1.5 inch squares. You're so funny. I want to see it after though. Make sure you post it. Kathy, staying home and awaiting for test results. I'm sorry. I hope everything comes back positive. Not positive like bad positive, but like good, that they come back well. Scott, should we make goalie masks? No, I'm not wearing a goalie mask. No, and you're not wearing a goalie mask. I have masks coming for you, solid ones. With filters, actually that's really interesting. Some of the places that are doing them are getting like N95 filters that you can put in and out, and they're one-time use. They last for up to 12 hours and whatever. So for those of you like flights and things, Emma, of course, is at some point here not too far from now. She's going to be flying back to Calgary, and she's going to need masks. So I'm looking forward to getting those filters. Yeah, that's all I have to say about masks. Unless anyone on here is making masks, let me know, because I definitely got quite a collection going. I am so hot, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I tell you. And I'm not, yes, okay, it's just my birthday recently, 45. I don't think I'm starting to have like hot flashes, but maybe I am. I don't know. I'm not. I think maybe it's just because when I get nervous, and this made me nervous this morning because I was so scared that this thing was not going to start. And I'm still feeling hot. Anyway, okay, so at this point, this is where you should be. Okay, 12 by 12 pattern paper base. This pattern paper here, and then I've got this one. This is your 3.5 by 12, and then your 5 by 9.5, and then your 2 strips at the bottom, washi or pattern paper, and then we just raised this one right here. Okay, so that's where you should be. Everybody there? You can move on to photos. Jasmine, you started the Wine Ninja group for Nanaimo. Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, lots of ladies are doing it. And things I'm seeing posted, like you're getting wine and candy and lip balm and all kinds of fun things. It's very cool. A doorstep fairy one for kids. Yeah, I've seen some really cool ones for kids. That's very cool. The space from the right edge to the border. Carla, if you mean this one here, this is just a 1/2 inch. Feel like that's what you mean. And if you mean this is also a 1/2 inch from the widest piece here. Tam, humidity. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think it's premenopause, but maybe it is. I don't know. So Carla, hopefully that answered your question. Let me know if I didn't get it for you. Lindsay, your mom, cool. Your mom made masks and staff at school bought them. That's amazing. Oh my God. Okay, Elena, I want to see the rest of this. A masked man came up to me and asked me how your daughter was doing. I said, I don't know who you are, so I'm not going to answer you. Kind of creepy. That's the only thing. And here's the other thing. I've been wearing, I wear a mask if I go out. I don't go out very often. I will say, I don't know. It's changed the way I feel. I'm not going to lie. I've never been a nervous person. And those of you that know me, I am a hugger. Like I hug everybody. I'm very touchy, very feely. I don't know, maybe that's weird for some of you, but whatever. I'm just a really social, huggy person. But I'm still feeling so hot. Oh my God. Anyway, this has been really hard for me. I will say I am not used to not touching people, and not in a weird way, but just, you know me. You guys know me. I hug you when I see you. But when I wear a mask, it's hard because I'll be smiling and I know you can't tell that I'm smiling. And especially if I'm outside and then I have my sunglasses on and my mask and I'm smiling so you can't even see if my eyes are smiling. So I probably just look really cranky. I don't know. Anyway, what can you do? Let's move on to our photos. So your photos, the photos that I used are 2 3x4s and 3 2x2s. Okay, so again, your photo mats, if you're wanting to do photo mats, are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 or 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So now what I did for this, so this one is just a single mat. This is just like a craft cardstock around these ones. But on this Disney paper, I thought it would be really fun to do a double mat. So I'm doing 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I'm doing 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to double mat all my photos. So we're going to go ahead and just do that now. So you can sand your photo edges if you want. You don't have to. I'm actually not going to sand these ones. They're just going to go right onto my white cardstock. So let's go ahead and just start adding our photos. So 3x4 is going to go on a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch mat. And I'm double matting. So I'm going to go 3 1/2 by 4 1/2 for my second mat. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with that. I am fairly certain I need a new adhesive. Well, good thing is I've got a 10 here. 2 seconds. I'm going to be right back. Oh, look at that. And I need to totally open up a new one. I'm coming. I'm coming. I promise. Okay, here we go. So yeah, the whole mask thing, I don't know. But there's like some good things about masks, I think. You don't have to wear makeup if you don't want to. That's a bonus. You don't want to do that. Okay, back in business. Oh, I love that you guys are some of you guys are on here that you guys are friends that you usually scrap together. That's awesome. Hey, Erin. Yeah, Tam. So Tam is a kindergarten teacher. I get it. Like not being able to hug, that it's hard. Like, and gosh, you've been a kindergarten teacher your entire career and you're so good at it. And those kids love you to death. And not being able to hug them, it's all just hard. And we've been having lots of work done around the house, not around the house, outside, out in the yard. We're doing basically doing our entire backyard. We were supposed to be renovating our basement, like developing our basement right this very second. And we've been waiting for years to do it. And we finally had gotten to the point where we'd saved everything and we were ready to do it. And we had our plan. I had professional plans drawn up, like architectural drawings. And then this happened. And then I was feeling like I didn't want anybody in the house. And not necessarily that they would be in the house. They're mostly going to be in the basement, but lots of coming and going. And the heating system has to all be redone. And they do have to come into the main living space of the house. And Scott and I were just feeling a little uncomfortable about that. I don't know. I would really like to get it done. They definitely, I know that they're doing the masks and gloves and all of the things. Anyway, short story long, we decided to focus on the backyard. So we're doing like deck, hot tub, some landscaping, some things like that. And so the guys are outside and I am in contact with them, but I'm 2 meters away. And we are outside. So I've been doing a lot of that, but it's still weird because I've got like these new contractors coming on the property and I normally would be out shaking their hand and I can't do that. And it's just really weird, but I think it's just, I know that this is the new normal, but I want to hug people at some point again in my life. I don't know, other than my family. I mean, I love hugging my family, but it would definitely be nice to hug other people too, and I want to see you guys. That's the other thing. I know it's been amazing to have these classes online, and obviously I'm really getting the hang of it. Oh, you guys need to tell me, did you like the new video view for the last Use Your Own product? I need to know because we're gonna do the 4th one. I believe it's coming out for beginning of June, like June 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there. So I need to do that video. I need to know if you guys like it or not. So tell me, please, whether or not you like that view. Because if you don't, I can go back to actually like full teaching it. Like you'd see me right here. Corley, you're not doing masks, you're using the hand sanitizer. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. So I guess here's my thing, and everybody has such a different view on it, a different take, and I am not getting political at all. This is just how I feel. I feel like they were saying, so if you don't have like the N95 masks or the filters, those filters, you're not wearing a mask, you're not protecting yourself, you're protecting others from you. But I feel like in this time, when we're trying to get back to normal, well, new normal, if we all wore them when we went out, we would be protecting each other. So if I'm wearing one and you're not, I'm protecting you, you're not protecting, I'm not protecting myself, I'm protecting you. So if you wear one too, then you're protecting me too. And I just feel like if we don't have a vaccine, lots of people also don't believe in vaccines, but I will be one of the first in line, I'm not gonna lie. My entire family will be vaccinated for this. Because I don't think I can go back to any kind of comfort level being in groups of people if I don't have it. And I know it's not foolproof, but it sure as hell is going to make a big difference. So I just feel like if we're out, if we're all wearing them, we're protecting each other, but not just from this. And everyone seems to be getting so uptight, like, oh, there's a lot of people that don't believe in the whole COVID thing, and that's fine. That's your choice. That's fine. And same as flu. I don't think it's the same as flu. That's how I feel. I've done a ton of reading. I don't think it's the same as the flu. But here's the thing. If we all wore masks when we were in public, grocery store, shopping, whatever, wouldn't we be protecting each other from all those other things? The flus, the colds, all of the other viruses that are out there? I just feel like that. I know that's why you didn't come here today for that. I'm not going to keep talking about that. But that's how I feel. So I don't know. That's just, it is a personal choice. Nobody can make anybody do anything. I'm not saying anyone has to. That's just what I'm doing for me. I walk around hand sanitizer in my hand all the time, and my masks, and I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit better. No hugging kids, and then let's talk about dating. That's not happening. That's true, right? Like all of you that are single and looking to date, how the hell do you do that? How the hell do you date? Heather is asking, anyone that's making masks that have a filter pocket, please let her know. So post on here, girls, if you are making masks that have the pocket. So that's kind of the thing. So we can get the filters. I've ordered a ton of filters. But you need to have the masks that have the pocket for the filter, okay? She'd love to support local and Canadian, hard time finding them, living in Calgary. So she lives in Calgary. So anybody in Calgary that knows of anyone making the masks that have the filter pockets, post here. And then Heather can support local and Canadian. There are a ton of them doing it, tons. I know there are some on Vancouver Island as well. I got some from Victoria. So yeah, post if you guys are, if anyone's making them. It's not fine that people do not believe COVID is real. Oh, it's true, Kendra. No, I get it. I agree with you. I don't feel that way. And I think it's a little bit crazy, but I don't want to offend anyone. I'm not dismissing the fact that the flu kills, that's the whole argument I think that most of these people are making is, oh, the flu kills more people every year. But this is bad, and this is big, and it's huge, and it's definitely, it's not the flu, but whatever, whoever, we're all different. We can think the way we want, but I don't totally agree. Yes, definitely looking out for each other. My dating life was 0 to begin with, and now it's negative. Oh, I know, Lindsay, it's so hard. Trina, share my mask link. I bought them from 4 different places. One of them is also a supplier that I use for some of my own supplies. So it's not it's a wholesale company. And I'm just ordered theirs in, and I'm going to try them and see how they are. Another company I know is making them is Vistaprint. I did just order some filters from them. They are N95 filters, so Vistaprint. Anyone can order from Vistaprint. It's the company that does all the paper, like the business cards, all that kind of stuff. It's where I get like the pencils that I give you, all that kind of thing. So Vistaprint, I know they're carrying some. Mom made some for school, Tam. Yeah, no, for sure, Tam. I will definitely, I know, like I said, I know that Vistaprint is carrying the filters, and I will look up my links as well. And then if any of you have any local makers, Calgary, West Coast, Vancouver Island, let us know, and we can put those in here too for those of you. But for sure, you want the ones that have got the pockets. Marketplace, Mom's So Best. Yeah, so lots of you are making posts on here, so you guys can kind of go through here and see what you find. Okay, so let's get back. I think everybody should have all of their photos matted and ready to go. So my 2 3x4s, I'm actually going to raise those ones up with 3D foam. They're raised on this layout, and then my 2x2s are all flat. Okay, so I'm just going to use my 3D foam for that. Just start getting that on there, and then you can do your spacing however you want it. I went a little bit more where my border punched, my left edge border punch. I've got that showing a little bit more. So in here, so that I could have a little bit more embellishment in this bottom corner here. Okay. So go ahead and just get your 3D foam on there. If you're not raising them up, that's totally fine too. And then just get those ones stuck down. I'm not going to do the embellishing on my Disney one with you girls. You guys can do all that on your own. But I will do this one up. And as always, the scrap sheet I will post right away. So as soon as we're done here together today, I'll post that up so that those of you that just wanted to hang out, that's cool. Thank you for just hanging out. And then if you want to do it after. So remember that if you post your layout on your social media and tag me in it so I can see that you've entered, or you can post it on my Facebook on any of these feeds that have that are relating to today's Facebook Live. And then you'll get entered into the draw. So Wednesday at noon, you have till Wednesday at noon. And this week's, I'm just going to stop for 2 seconds. So these ones, again, I've gone up here. This is 1/4 of an inch, and this is 1/8 of an inch in between these guys here. So you can just put those wherever you like them. I'm going to just do those ones flat. Okay, so space them out the way that you want them. Make sure you're happy where they are. And then go ahead and stick them down. It's quick and easy on these ones. And then I've given myself a really nice place to put a title. Okay, so up on this one here, I've got this Thickers, the Gold Thicker foam words, so dreaming big. That was a great spot for that. Again, down in this corner, I've got a great spot for a little bit of embellishment. I did all of my typewriter journaling, got that up in there. This is also a really great space for a journal card. So I know this is the scrap sheet that I'm going to post for you guys. So on here, you're going to see a journal card right in here. So you could do a journal card there if you wanted, however you want to do your journaling. But if that's something you've never done before, girls, you can do this on the computer as well. If you don't have a typewriter, that's totally fine. You can do it on your computer and even just change all your font settings, right? But like I said, just give yourself some extra space in between so that when you do go to trim them and get them on your page, you've got a little bit of space to work with, okay? And then the other thing that I did, actually I'll show it up closer, I don't know if you can see that. The other thing that I did was right down in here on the same pattern paper that I did the journaling strips up here, I just did two here. It's 2 different horses, so I just put their names, and then I actually adhered those right to the photos. So you can do that as well. And I just snipped the ends out of each of them and put those right on there. Okay, so easy, done. You've got lots of space to finish working with, so that's what you've got that I did with you today. Again, so you can see the differences just in the bottoms, just in these strips right here. And then I've got my this wider strip right here, a little bit wider than this pre-printed one. Okay, so just like that. So did I answer everybody's questions? I think I got you all. Agree with the masks. I know it's hard. Like everyone has a different opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. I think it's just why I'm maybe doing, I think just you have to just take care of yourself is the best thing. You, your family, and do your best for you. And I hopefully will make it to vaccine time. I mean, who knows without being total hermits. I will say, I was a homebody before all of this. But I don't know, we've been home for a long, long time. I know that my daughter is chomping at the bit to get out and get going, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the first thing will be for her to maybe get back home to her home in Calgary. We'll see how that goes. Jamie, do I put the cardstock or regular paper? I do not use regular computer paper, Jamie. I use cardstock or pattern paper. So I use whatever I'm creating my project with. Okay, if you, and here's another thing too though, while you're getting used to doing it, you just use your computer paper to get your spacing, your font, your size, everything that you like, print it out on that first, get it the way that you want it, and then go ahead and use because if you only have, one little piece of this that matches with your project, you don't want to waste that and make a mistake on it. So yeah, you can do it on your computer paper. I'm pointing at you like you can see that my printer is sitting right there. But yeah, just on your printer paper first, and then on your good paper. Thank you. Thanks, Jasmine. Yeah, I'm glad that you like the layout, girls. And again, remember the sketches, everything can be shifted, right? So it can be this layout, and then it can be this layout, right? And then you can do it this way too. So you've got 4 layouts in one sketch. right? Always 4 layouts in one sketch. Just keep switching it around. When I use my 3D foam, Marilyn, the bigger photos, I always go all 4 corners, one in the middle for good luck. My smaller ones, I just do all 4 corners. These ones I adhered flat, but if you were gonna raise those, I just do all 4 corners. Thanks, Carol. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Lindy. You're happily using your new 3D foam. Awesome. Good. Well, thanks, girls. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. Remember that new coupon code, so adhesive5 for $5 off your adhesive order, and that's going to be right through till May 31st. So get on there and get your favorite adhesives. And then that Disney kit is on sale, and I think there's 6 left in the store. So you can grab that. And I think that's all. I think that's all I've got for you today. I think I answered all your questions. If I didn't, message me. Thank you, Linda. Oh, hey, Mom. Okay, awesome. Thank you all for joining me today. It was so fun to see you again. Same thing every Friday. I'll post a sketch on the Friday morning with the things that you need. And I might do a double next weekend. I don't know, we'll see. I feel like you guys kind of got a little robbed last weekend with the view of the double. So I might come back at you with another double next weekend. We'll see. And as always, if you have any questions, just message me, and I'm happy to answer them, okay? And do let me know about that video, about the view of that video, because I'm going to be starting the next online class here pretty quick. So make sure that you let me know, okay? Because these are for you. These are for you. Oh, Danielle, tuning in late, that's okay. The scrap sheet's going to be posted literally in about 10 minutes. So you can get that and you can scrapbook this afternoon. Super easy, okay? I'll get that posted for you real quick. Thank you again. I love Sundays too, Lindsay. It's so nice to see you guys. Double, yes, please. Okay, well, I'm working on it, okay? I hope you guys have a really great Sunday wherever you are. Have an amazing Monday off, and get creative, and make sure you post all of your layouts from today on social media and tag me before Wednesday for a prize, okay? And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.